everyone, good morning. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer, Nanu, all my soul-searching warriors. So today, it's not tarot day, it's psychic day. For the next 4 weeks, at this same time, same back channel, I'm going to do yes or no answers as psychic questions. So please comment your comments on the comment screen, obviously. And while I'm live, I will answer them. After I finish my live, please don't comment because, hello, you missed out. You'll have to wait till next week. But please know that I do put this up about an hour and a half before I start so beautiful people, like all the ones that already have, can comment. Okay? So today is yes or no questions. Couple of terms and conditions, guys. One, it's free. I love free, especially coming up to Christmas. However, if you say, wow, Linda's doing a great job, I'm going to throw her a couple of dollars, use my PayPal link below, please. If you do want a reading from me up to an hour and a half where we do a Zoom call, please use the how to book a reading link below in the description. I have heaps of spots because it does slow down before Christmas. If you want to get in, I can get you in within 2 days. Okay? So if you want a private reading from me, now's the time to get one. I don't charge for what I do. I only ask for contributions on what you can afford. Please remember that, okay? Because some people do comment to me and they say, how much do I have to send you over? I have no expectations and there's no obligation as to what you can afford for a proper reading. So today is just psychic messages that I'm getting. So the next thing I must clarify, no psychic is ever 100% accurate. If today I say yes and it turns out to be a no or the other way around, please know that my information is not always accurate like every other psychic out there. I rely on my own intuition as well as her. Good morning. She's always here. Let's see how we go, okay? So let's go through some beautiful questions. So the first one that came through today is Barbara Byers. Sorry, Barbara. Okay. Am I doing the right things in my life lessons? Well, let's get this straight to that. Honey, in my book, Spirit Guides and Life Paths Explained, I talk about our life lessons and I talk about what they are, what they can be, and I also say how we go if we're not on our life path. We are always on a path to learn lessons, okay? They intermingle, they're one in one. So when we're not on our path, we know it. So Barbara, some of the things I've got to ask you, and be honest, how are you sleeping? When we are off our path or not in the way of learning our lessons, we get extremely anxiety. We're convulsing with shivers and shakes. We vomit. We're going to the toilet with diarrhea. We can't sleep. We're having nightmares. Everything feels like it's crushing in on us. So we have all these physical and mental things going on when we're off our path. The good thing is, it usually is only temporary. Okay, I'm going to share a story. When I was working with the police, and I was desperate to get out of there because of all the bullying and harassment I was getting, but when I was working with the police, I was applying for jobs every week. And one of those jobs was out at the prison as a prison guard. So the first thing I had to do was sit for their aptitude and IQ tests, which I passed famously because I've got a high IQ. Then I had to go all through these characteristic tests and other things to become a prison guard. I got all the way through. And they called me up and said, can you please come into the jail? We've got some questions for you. So I went to the jail. I parked in the concrete car park. I went to the first gate where I had to get buzzed through with the bzzzt. I went through the first gate. Then I had to go through the gate, which was all bars, and the clunking of the bars behind me. Then I went through the security clearances, and then I had to go through more gates to get to this lady's office. I sat in there thinking, yeah, I can do this every day. I feel great. It's going to be great for me. I get like double the pay I'm on now, and I'm a prison guard. With all my police training, it'll be beneficial. So then they said, come back, we've got 3. There's going to be 3 appointments. So come back the second time. Second time, go through the gate, go through the metal doors, go through the metal detectors, go through all these other doors to get to this lady's office. And I sat there thinking, yep, still feel good, calm, relaxed. It's on my path. But the third time I went there, I was virtually throwing up in the car park. And I mean literally throwing up in the car park. I didn't know it at that point, but I already had the job. They were giving it to me that day. But my gut was doing everything it could to let me know I was not on the right path. I had to get out of this situation. I'm walking in through that first door and my knees gave out. I was, I go through that, and I'm like, okay, I can't, I'm getting claustrophobic. I can't breathe. The anxiety was building. I went through the bar doors and the big clunk as they shut. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this every day. I go through the security checks where the guys, bing, bing, bing. Oh, it's just my car keys. There you go. So I get through and I'm in this woman's office and she said, we're right here now today. We're going to sign all the paperwork. You've got the job. Congratulations. She said, have you got any final questions for me? And I thought, I have to get out of this because I know I'm not on my path. So I said something very stupid, but it got me out of that job and they never rang again. I actually said, are we, as prison guards, allowed to take money off the prisoners, which is corruption? I knew it was wrong. I know it's illegal. I would never do it personally, but I had to get out of that building. As I was driving home, thinking, I just got out of it. I got out of it. As I'm driving home, it was like a weight came off my shoulders and I started lifting myself up. And as I'm driving, it's like, I can breathe. I'm getting lifted up. I felt right. So Barbara Byers, you are on your path, okay? Sometimes we have to let go of ego because I gave up a really good money that day. Wow, 10-minute drive from my house, double the money I was on. And if I ever got overtime, new house coming. But at the end of the day, my ego wasn't what I was worried about. It was my intuition and my gut and my life path. I could have taken that job and been disgustingly unhappy every day. And also, we don't know what would have been the consequences if I had gone there every day. I could have had a car accident one day. I could have got bashed up by one of the prisoners. Who knows what could have happened to me, right? So we always have to be grateful for where we are today. Being grateful, being appreciative of what we've got is what matters here, Barbara. Okay? Am I doing the right things in my life lessons? Yes. But if you've got any of those symptomologies that I just said, that's when you've got to have that heart-to-heart with yourself. Take your ego out of the equation and just say, what else can I do that will make me happy? Okay? I hope that helps, Barbara. So next person on my list is Next Several Soul Ascension. Thank you for being here. Okay. Good morning, beautiful soul. I would like to know if I'll ever own my own home. I just heard a no. It was like a sorry, when you get the wrong answer when you press a buzzer and it goes oh, babe, I'm so sorry for you. Much love and blessings to you. Thank you all for your humanity. Well, honey, just because you don't own your own house doesn't mean that you don't make your house your home. Okay? That's what I'd like you to remember here. Dress it up. Do things to make it yours. Okay? I've put nice rugs down where I live. I've put my bed in. I've, nice throw pillows and blankies and paintings on the wall, that type of stuff. Okay? And not to mention all the million crystals that I have in my house. So we don't just own a house. Remember, we never own a house. We are only caretakers because most houses do outlive the owners. So we have to take away that monetary ownership. Okay? We're only caretakers. And when we start thinking as caretakers instead of like property owners, that house doesn't miraculously come to the grave with us when we die. Someone else overtakes it, okay? Because they're the new caretakers. So at the end of the day, please just remember, it is only an ego thing. Like I do it because I want my own house too. I'd love to buy a house. But I'm not seeing you get in your house at this point, okay? Now, one thing I do like saying is that I only go out 2 years. I don't like going past 2 years because there's too much fate, too many opportunities that come to us every day. Hopefully, you do at this point. But right now, today, the answer is no. Tomorrow could be a different thing. Okay? Don't ever lose hope because I don't. I want my big house. Okay? Sure, I want my swimming pool. It'd be lovely to have that again. Okay? Alrighty, so let's keep moving. Marissa Drummel says, "Good morning, Dr. Lynda. I hope you're having a nice week. My question is oddly specific. Is there a reason the Sky Boat song keeps coming into my life 2 or 3 times now? I haven't figured out the message quite yet, if it's significant." So, okay, Marissa, funny thing. The last 2 weeks, I and my daughter, we both have had an earworm. And the song is by ABBA. And it's called, it's the one that says, lay all your love on me. Don't go wasting your emotions. That song by ABBA? So we've been singing it. My daughter sings it in her room. I can hear her through the walls. And then it's in my head when I'm dreaming. So I sat there and I thought, I have to work this out. When we've got a song in our head, we've got to work it out. Is it the tune or is it the lyrics? 90% of times it's the lyrics. So when I look at the lyrics of my ABBA song going through my head, don't go wasting your emotions, I've been having a lot of struggle since June when Anna, my best friend, died. Then I lost my dad. I haven't been sleeping. I'm usually awake till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I get up at about 5 or 6. I'm operating in about 4 hours sleep a day. So I have to have an afternoon sleep, which I didn't usually have up until 3 or 4 months ago. Maybe once or twice a week I'd have an afternoon nap, but not every day like now. So when I look at those songs, don't go wasting your emotions. That song is actually telling me, stop being invested in what other people have done with their lives. My friend Anna had her own existence. She had her own life path. My dad, the same thing, had his own life path. They did things that I probably would not have done, as everybody does, okay? We all operate differently. And at the end of the day, I had to work it out and accept it within my brain that I was wasting my emotions on people who aren't even here anymore. So my suggestion is, look at that song, the Skyboat song, which I've never heard of it, okay? Look at the lyrics, analyze it, pull it apart, word for word, and ask yourself, what is the relevance of what you're going through now? Your situation, and I will not, this is not a question that you've asked, but I know that you've asked it previously. Marissa, Your change in situation is about to be good. It's coming. Just be patient, okay? Everything works out the way it should. Where you are now is temporary. 2 weeks? I just heard 2 weeks. So let's mark that down, okay? Let's mark that down. I'm just writing it on here, 2 weeks from the 20th of the 11th, 25, okay? Let's see how it goes for you in 2 weeks. Hopefully it's some good Christmas cheer. Now, she just started clapping. She does that when I'm saying the right things. She says that when it's good news coming, okay? So, Marissa, start getting ready. Keep going and talking to those people, because the more you're there, the more they're going to do something for you, okay? Okay, Jen Penn, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I have 2 businesses ideas. Okay, let me just zap in. One is sewn, one related to food. Which one will be successful? Okay. You know, it's obviously, when we now live in a society where people eat out all the time, how many psychics would easily just say to you, go for the food industry? But wait, I'm hearing be wait with that, because there's also some business for you doing the sewn, okay? Why don't you do both is what I'm saying. The food one will be 80% of your woken hours, and I'll be honest with you, 80% of your woken hours you'll be investing in your food business. But if you can invest at least 20% of your day, once or twice a week, you're going to get business doing the sewing stuff as well, okay? Do both is what I'm hearing. Don't just go to one, okay? Obviously, the first option is the one that's going to be less to work out, because you don't have to go through FDA approval. You don't have to go through poisoning alerts, alcohol health and safety, okay? So start with your sewing one and just allow the food one to happen when it's coming, okay? A lot of people are now eating out, so it's easy for me to say as a psychic, yeah, go with that one. But I am getting told, be patient and do it properly. And I hope that helps for you. Okay. So for anyone that's just come in, please know today is Psychic Day. Yay! Yes or no questions. All right. If you do want a private reading from me, please go to the link below. I do Zoom calls. I do not charge for them. All I ask is a contribution. If today what I say to you makes any sort of sense, if you wish it's not obligational, please make a donation over to PayPal. Okay, true. Hello, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time, Dr. Lynda. Well, you know, I'm going to be here every Thursday, 9 a.m. this time, up until Christmas, and we'll see how it goes. I may even do it next year as well. Okay, do you see me staying married to my husband until death do us part? I can't and don't want to have children due to my health, but husband still wants to have a baby. Honey, first of all, what's most important to me is your health. I can't read for your husband because he's not asking a question. So this is all about you, okay? I'm not seeing, and please excuse me how blunt I am, but I'm not seeing you having children with this man yet, okay? And if that's the only issue in your marriage, which I'm seeing it's not, because there's other things as well. Oh my gosh, there are other things as well in this marriage. This is where you've got to ask yourself, in 5 or 10 years, how are you going to be if you stay? And how are you going to be if you leave? It takes a heck of a lot of guts to leave. Hopefully you've got support with some people. I'm seeing that you don't have support with certain people that you would have thought that you had. I hope that makes sense for you. But please know, your decision is your decision. And at this point I'm hearing don't leave. Okay? Don't leave yet. So there could be reasons. If you did want to leave, start saving some money. Look around and find a network of people who can support you when you do leave. Okay? There are groups and other gatherings around. Go and talk to the Salvation Army, those type of people, charity places. Get involved with them so then they know you. So when you do decide to leave, it's like, thank you now for you coming in. You're still here. We're going to support you. Boom. So I'm hearing don't leave yet. Could it work out? It still could work out in your marriage. But I would prefer you to look at the positives of why you're with this person and not the negatives. Because as soon as we concentrate on the negatives, the marriage is over. Okay? I want everyone to have love in their life. And I hope that you keep yours alive as well. Okay? All right, so I hope that gives you some help there. Okay, is staying married to my husband beneficial for my spiritual growth? Well, nobody, True, is connected at the hip. Nobody is connected at the hip. If you can't do something because your other partner says don't, that's a huge red flag. Okay? That's the reason why I left my first husband. Okay? Because he didn't have the same philosophies as I did. And he was trying to push his beliefs onto me. You never do that. Partnership is accepting the other person in their unique and individualism. And it's also affording them the time and effort to do what they want to make themselves happy. This is what true love is all about, acceptance and non-judgment. So perhaps have a chat with him and say, look, I want to start doing this. I know you're not interested in it. So perhaps we can work around it where I'm happy and so are you. We've got to negotiate around this and see how that conversation goes. But at this point, I am hearing don't leave. Okay? All right. Robert Harris. Good morning, he says. I hope you're keeping well. Yay, I'm here. Will my business remain in the same format for the next 5 years? He also says, hi, Linda, can I have a card, please? I hope you're healthy. Well, no tarots today, Robert. Okay. Not sure if you're doing card readings today. Also, I'm going this half hour AM ago in case you answered that before you read. Yeah, okay. So let's go there. Okay, sheep. Oh, my God. Robert, I'm seeing sheep. Wow, it's making my eyes water. So many bars happening. It's like you're surrounded like 50 sheep and they're all like, bah, 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 bah. And you're like, whoa, shut up. Sheep City. But Robert, the question's about your business. Keep it going for a few more years. There is a big break coming for you both. There's a big break coming for you both, but it's still a few years away. Hang in there. Try and make as much money as you can now. Get yourself nice and fit so when you do move, because I do see a move coming with sheep, when you go, oh my God, property prices are going to fall, aren't they? Yes. Wow. I'll be honest. When COVID started back 5 years ago, I made a prophecy that house prices were going to go down 400%. Well, 4 out of 10%. So if a house was worth 100,000, it was going to go down to 60,000. Or 40, between 40 and 60. It'd go down massive amounts, half the value. When we look back at the 80s, when interest rates went really high, prices of houses went through the roof. I remember Madonna, she bought that house in Hollywood and she painted it bright red or orange or something. And all the neighbours were disgusted because there's this huge red hill, 4-story high house up on a hill. It was a gawky. Everyone was laughing about it. So she ended up selling it and she only got half the cost. I keep seeing that house every time I think of real estate. So there's about to be a sudden drop in house prices. This is globally. So please hang off as much as you can. Save up some money because you've still got at least I don't like going out to 5 years, but at least 2 years. Keep it going, okay? Both of you. Keep it going. And hopefully this is going to really set up your retirement with the sheep. Okay, where you go, there's sheep. I'm seeing sheep. It's almost like a country lane, a cobbled stone. Oh my God. The cobbled stone walkways with shops on the sides, and there's like a sheep herder coming down the street and he's got the big stick and he's got his sheep. Come on, sheepies, get down the street. And you've got to sit there, whoa, letting all these sheep go past. That's what I'm seeing for you. Okay, so I hope and pray this works out. I really want you to have that lifestyle. I want that lifestyle too. Okay, so I hope that gives you some clarity today, Robert. Okay, all right. All things must pass. Hello, lovely Linda. Can you tell me where you feel I will move to? South. Just came straight in. All things must pass. South. Now, it could be southwest or southeast. Yep, couldn't be south north, okay? But because my hands were doing this, see how they're going out at the sides? So I was going south, and it's separated. So it's south of you. How far south? It could be 2 miles, it could be 20, it could be 2,000. She doesn't do time, and she certainly does not do space too easy, okay? Look at me, I was in heaven for 5 years, and I was only dead for 14 minutes when I died and had my near-death experience. So, but I'm seeing south, okay? Hope that makes sense for you. Okay, Willow T. Hello, Willow. Okay, hello, I hope you're doing well. I feel like I haven't commented in forever. It's all good. I know you're around. It's all good, Willow. My question is, will I ever go back to school? Tick yes. Tick yes. For a full-time career. Oh my gosh, I don't know about the full-time career. So let's just take this one step at a time today. Okay? Thank you for taking the time to do this for us. Mwah, 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 Willow, you are gorgeous. Do I see you going back to school? Yes, it's a big tick. A big red tick just came up. I do see a green cross, which is because I say this is the fun and the irony of the universe. I'm dyslexic. So I go left when I mean right. So things are opposite with me, okay? So I see a red tick. See, I was doing the cross there. I see a red tick and I see a green cross, which means no. Don't worry, I understand it. Okay, it's my messages. But with you, I'm seeing this big red tick. It's like, ta-da! You're going back to school. Congratulations. Now balloons and sprinklers and sparkles are all coming down. Sparkles, sparkles. Yay. Congratulations, congratulations. Willow. I love what I'm seeing for you. Okay. I'm loving it. Go back to school. Okay. Take your time. Don't worry about what's at the end of it because everything works out for a reason. But should you go back? Absolutely. Let me know how it goes. Okay, so let's keep going. Rajput sisters. Hey, Linda, good morning. If you have any messages for me, please let me know. Take care. Rajput sisters, well, today is Ask a Question Day. So if you've got a yes or no question, please feel free to comment, okay? And I'm just going to say it for anyone else that's just come in because I can see how many viewers I've got watching. Today is Free Psychic Day. Yay! I love it. I'm going to do this every Thursday, Brisbane time, Australia. Right now, we are in the US. It's Wednesday night. So please set your timers, set your notifications, subscribe to my channel. If you do want to ask a question, you're quite welcome to. While I'm here live, I'm going to answer them. If you want a private reading from me, all I ask is for donations. I do not charge a set amount. because this is the time of year when everyone is struggling. So I never charge anyway. Okay. I've got heaps of spots available if you do want a private reading. Okay. So Rajput sisters, I love you dearly, darling. Please just know, coming up to Christmas, travel. Who's traveling to you? I don't see you traveling, but I see someone traveling to you or coming closer to you. Okay? Yeah, and I wish that I was saying, oh, yes, it's such an exciting time. It's like you haven't seen this person in years and you're just so excited. But it's almost like, oh, yeah, they're coming too. Don't know who that is. I hope it works out okay for you, darling. Okay, but you're welcome to comment below and I'll answer specific questions for you. Okay? All right. Debs Only, hello. Here, I'd like to ask if we should replace our old outdoor blinds with zip screens, as I'm unsure if they will still, if we will stay here or move. Quotes are from 3 to 6K. Wow, that is a lot of money, Debs. Let me just go through your question again. Thanks for being here. I'd like to ask if we should replace our old. No. There you go. I just heard it. No. Okay. Don't replace the blinds. I'm unsure if we will stay here or move. Well, at this point, you're staying. Okay? You are staying. So maybe just look at some sort of temporary measure to fix these blinds at this point. Okay? How's your mosquitoes or bugs or something? There's something like flies or something. I don't know. But I am seeing that something is getting through there. But just do even if you just use butter clips. Oh gosh, have I got some here? Have I got some? Oh gosh, I'm trying to tell you what I mean. Oh, I can't find any. You know the little clips that they clip together? That they go like that and you squeeze them and it opens up. Yeah, anyway. So like that. If you can put some of those on, they're like little black and they've got a clippy on them. If you can put some of those on it just to hold it together, especially at night, I would not be spending your money on those blinds. Okay? Not worth it at this point. That's the message I just got. Not worth it. I hope that clarifies, Debs. Okay? Will we move house? Not at this point, Debbie. I'm not seeing you moved at this point, darling girl. Okay? But it doesn't mean that you're not going to. Okay? Yay. It doesn't mean that you're not going to. Okay, so let's keep moving. Carol Morris. Hi there. Will my new career choice be successful? Yes. It's always successful because whenever we get a job or change house, there's always a reason for it. We're there to learn lessons. Even in the yuck jobs, the yuck houses, we always learn a lesson from it. So, of course, the answer for you is yes. But underlying that, will you have success? Start again. Will you have success there, Carol? I hope and pray you do. Now, you're looking for someone who's shorter than you. So from where I'm standing, they're only like here, ear height. Okay, so when you look at them, you've got to look down because their eyes are like here. Okay? That person is valid. I'm not saying it's a love interest. I'm not saying male or female, but that person is there for you to assist or help in some way while you're there. That's why you're there. So look for this shorter person. They only come to like the top of, you see where my glasses frame is? So they're about that high compared to how high you are. So their eyes are down there, probably around your mouth is where their eyes are going to be. So look out for that person and just ask yourself, what is it that I could offer them? Okay? You may have to be there for 3 months and one day they just come in crying and you just sit with them and say, oh, here's a tissue. Are you okay? But in the universal energy of karma, that may be why you're there. Okay? Sometimes our grandeur doesn't come as 15 minutes of fame. It comes from just being in the right spot at the right time. And I can see that's why you're there, Carol. Okay. Okay. Colin MBB, hello everyone. Nano, Shazbot. Colin, ask a question. Okay. Today is question day. Next Level Soul is giving me all these purple love hearts. Oh, love it. Caitlin, hi Linda. I'd like to ask if I would be a good idea to go back to school. Now, for you, Caitlin, I'm actually getting, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Don't go for the first course that you're thinking of. I really want you to consider all the options out there. Now, with this wait that I'm hearing, this will be your opportunity or a chance. So let's just say you wanted to become a teacher, okay? Go to a school and talk to the office ladies and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing the education degree. Can you just give me a rough outline what my day will be like? Because then you may go home and say, oh wow, I didn't realize it was going to be that much work. So then you might say, okay, now my second choice is to become a scientist. So I'd like you to go to like a university where they have scientists working in the labs and just ask if you can just observe them for a day to see if you like it and enjoy it. So I'm seeing a delay. Don't go with the first job that you're offered, this first course that you think you're going to do, because I don't see you liking it. You know, even when you say, okay, I want to become a teacher. Whoops. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my phone this morning. You may say, okay, well, now I want to become a history teacher. Okay. Or you might say, oh, I want to become a physical education teacher. So break it down so you do the modules of your course, which is valid to where you want to be. Okay? Okay, so Caitlin, take your time, pause, and work it out before you commit yourself. Okay, that's what I'm hearing for you. Okay, AD28, of course you're here. Yay, I'm here. Oh, okay. Question regarding working out regarding my day trading and create a new source of income stream. Okay, dear Linda, love you. You are a beautiful soul. Oh, AD28, thank you so much for saying that. Okay, working out regarding my day trading. Now, one thing that I am going to do this week coming, I want to do my prophecies for next year. And one of the prophecies that I'm going to be talking about is day trading, stock market, and Bitcoin, digital currency. Where do I see it going in the next year? We have to wait and be patient because there are some huge hacks about to happen. People are going to lose everything when this happens. It's actually going to be a godsend for anyone who says, let's not do digital ID with digital currency. But for those who are affected by this are going to lose like everything that they've got because they've put in all their money into it. It's going to be devastating because there's no comeback, there's no compensation, and no government assistance to get through it. Oh my God. I've been having this feeling for a few weeks now about next year, 2026 with the stock exchange. So AD28, please do not invest more than what you can afford to lose. And be very careful what you do go into because these hacks are not going to affect everybody, but you want to be in the right place at the right time because when things go down, others do go up. Hopefully you're in the right spot at the right time. But my big advice to you, don't put all your stuff into it, okay? Be careful, okay? Just see how it goes, all right? And every chance that you get to take some out, take it out, all right? Just in case there is I'm hearing there's going to be a big crash next year, okay? Yeah, sorry to give you that sort of information, but I don't color code stuff today because it's Psychic Day, okay? All right, Deb's only. My internet is glitching. We'll catch up later, okay? Darling, hi. Darling, message redacted. Darling, is Jay my soulmate? I'm hearing no, darling. I love your name is Darling. Oh my God, darling, I love your name is Darling. Darling, you are a darling. I'm not hearing this man's or woman is your soulmate. It's coming through as a masculine energy. You want it to be, and that's the issue. Don't have expectations in this relationship. Okay? Allow that person to be who they are. Okay? Don't get over needy or over jealous. Okay? Because we all tend to have those little traits every now and again. Okay? So just look at what this person does and just let them be them. Let them shine and you compliment what they are offering. Okay? I hope it works out. I want everyone to be happy. Everyone deserves love. Okay? So let's hope and pray it goes well for you. Okay? Next Level Soul Ascension says, I live with my family, so I'm deeply grateful for what I have. Thank you so much for saying that. It's likely due to my health. I know what's meant for me will come to me. Look after yourself, darling. Okay? Just keep looking out for you. I always do a Christmas video, stresses at Christmas. We get stressed at Christmas because there's too many obligations and expectations of what other people want us to do. How many times do you hear a member of the family say, I don't want to get out this year. Can you come to our place? Or it's the reverse. I don't want to cook. Can you cook? So there's all these obligations. So we feel obligated to just do what the family wants or our friends. But you know what? At the end of the day, you don't have to do anything for anyone. It's okay to just sit back and say, you know what? I'm not feeling the best these days. I need a little bit of support. How about you guys just turn up, drop off food, and leave? How would it be if we said that at Christmas? Can you just turn up, drop off what you wanted to do, and leave? Because I just don't want to see anyone because I want to look after my health and I don't need any stress. We've got to put up those boundaries at Christmas, yeah? Okay? Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing for you, Next Level Soul. Some boundaries, okay? So here we go with Barry. Hi, Linda. Have I woken up in a parallel universe or is it Saturday, Sunday? Today's Psychic Day, Barry. Okay, so you're welcome to ask a question. Today's a question day. I'm going to be here every Thursday, which is Wednesday night if you're in America now, okay? I'm going to be here up until Christmas. I will be doing a live Christmas day as well over at the lake because I have a date with Donald Duck. I'm going over to feed the ducks on Christmas Day because, hello, we all get involved with family, whoever goes out and feeds wild animals. Me. So that's where I'll be at Christmas. So up until then, I'm going to be here every Thursday, nanu, doing free questions, okay? If you do want to contribute towards a reading, we can set up a Zoom call. Please make a contribution through PayPal. I have heaps of spots available, okay? This is your time if you want a reading. I don't charge. I just ask for a contribution. The link is below if you need the terms and conditions of how to get an appointment with me. Okay, but today I'm just doing readings. Yay. Barry, hope all is well. You're such a gorgeous soul. Okay, I hope you've asked a question later on. Okay, down the comment stream. Okay, Marissa Dummel, that's exactly what I've been doing, looking up the lyrics, the original about Bonnie Prince Charles and the updated version that was used in Braveheart. Oh, wow. Funny enough, she says, so this is Marissa Dummel. Funny enough, the message got through my thick skull as you were talking. I am writing down the 2 weeks and will update you ASAP. Yes, I wrote it down too, Marissa. I wrote down M. Dummel, 2 weeks, and I put today's date, 20th the 11th, so we can see if something happens for you in the next 2 weeks. I'm crossing my fingers. Okay, just before Christmas would be amazing. Okay, Jen Penn, she says, or I'm just assuming here, sorry, could be either way. I was thinking to do both. Food is prepping. Yes. Okay. Thank you, just confirmed it for me. Yeah, you're fine. Josie Science, thank you so much for being here, darling girl. Can you tell me if I will get higher than a C in constructional biology? Well, I am actually seeing C's. It could be a C plus. That'd be great. But you know what, darling? C is a pass. Remember that. Remember that. You put so much effort into what you want. I love you for that, Joe. Okay? I really do love you for that because you're committed. You're worried. We only worry about things that we want. Seriously. People who are bad parents, they don't care about their kids, so they don't worry about their kids. Think of it that way. Okay? That's how you know if you're a good parent. Good parents always worry about their kids. You're a good student because you're worrying about your courses, you're worrying about your grades, you're worrying about your professors. So please stop it. Settle down. Everything's working in your favor. You're there, you're doing it. Okay? And it's okay to ask people for help, which is what you've done today with me. Okay? I'm seeing that this is going. I can see you holding the degree. You get it. Yay. Okay? So just be patient, darling girl. Okay? It's coming. Okay. Thanks so much. I love you, Linda. Oh, Josie, it's so nice to hear you say that. Draw a card to be able to discern. I'm not drawing cards today. That's on Sunday, Brisbane time. Okay? So let's keep going. James Kassar. Hello. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I already know. Hi, Linda. I'm not long home from work. I hope I'm not too late to ask for a card relating to work. Okay. Today is not a tarot day. That's what I do on the weekend. Today is psychic questions. So you want some information about your work. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's like you're the jack of all trades at this point. I'm seeing going here, going there, you're doing that, you're doing that. People asking you, hell, can you help me do this? People asking, hey, can you fill in for me next Tuesday night when I go out? People are, oh my gosh. You know, so many people rely on you, James. It's almost like you're sitting there and you've got this big bucket, like a to-do bucket, the bucket list. You've got the bucket and all these people are saying, me. You're helping out as many people as you can out of this bucket list, okay? So one thing I do want to remind you of is to look after your health. It's okay to say no to some people sometimes, okay? Your job's secure. And it's almost like a promotion or something that's coming for you as well, James, okay? So be patient and just learn to do what you have to do, okay? If people say, oh, can you do this? I know it's not on your job description. How busy are you that day? If you can fit it in, sure. It always goes on your resume. But at the end of the day, it's okay to say no as well. But I'm just saying there's so many people right now that just want James. Isn't that weird? Okay. So let's just keep going. Marissa Dommel, and thank you. I apologise. I was so excited that the message came through. I forgot to thank you. Oh, you're so gorgeous, Marissa. Okay. Robert Harris, thank you, Linda. I'll keep my woolly jumper close and practice my Welsh. Well, I'm actually seeing you with like a translator on your phone, or you've got the Welsh book or something. You've got to learn how to speak sheep. I've got a cat. I know her different meows. I know her hungry meow. I know her tired meow. I know when she's just annoyed with me for not being able to feed her or let her go to bed meow. So sheep would probably be the same there. So learn your sheep language because they probably have the same sort of consciousness where they make different bars for different things going on in their lives, okay? Yeah. Oh, Robert, you're just gorgeous, okay? All things must pass. Thank you, Linda. Robert Harris, I love this midweek format. Yes! So do I. I just scroll back up to, when I scroll up, I lose my place in the comments. I've got to scroll back up to see where I am. Okay, sad girl. Me and Jay not communicating. Well, things end without me seeing him again. We met once. Sad girl? I'm going to say, because I don't color code stuff, I don't wear the pink glasses. Unfortunately, I'm seeing Christmas solo. I want you to take this Christmas to love yourself. Buy yourself something that you would want somebody else to give you. I want you, like I'm going over to feed the ducks because I'm single. I'm going over to spend the day with Donald Duck. I've got the oats, I've already got the grapes, and I haven't got the grapes, I've got the peas because they're frozen peas. And I'll thaw them out the day before so they're nice and fresh for them. And I'm also going to get them grapes. So I'm going over with this big bundle of food and I'm just going to sit there. I'll do a live because I love you all so much. But that's me showing myself that I love me as well because it's something I like doing. So don't ever feel upset when things don't go away the way our plans always want to. That's only expectation from our ego. But at the end of the day, darling, if you can just look at yourself and say, what am I going to do to appreciate who I am? What's something that you like doing that you can go and do at Christmas, regardless of who comes with you? Because I will go there. Christmas is when you're with the people that you want to be with. If this J person comes back, you'll know he cares. But I'm not seeing him at this point coming back. Now, I must reiterate that. I'm not seeing him at this point. Next week, 2 weeks' time, there could be something that changes the outcome. But right now, today, he's not going to see you at Christmas. Okay? If somebody doesn't want to see me at Christmas or invite me to where they're going, to be a part of me and them as a partnership, that's a red flag. Okay? And I'm not a person who really does anything special for Christmas because it's just another day. But it does mean things for certain people. So it is a celebration of who we have and what we have. So I'd like you to put that celebration onto yourself. Go buy your favourite food. I'm getting me a chocolate cheesecake. Oh, gosh. See what I mean? That's what I'm doing for Christmas. Chocolate cheesecake. And I'm going over to feed the ducks. So I'm going to have a great day by myself because my daughter won't be here. She'll be with her dad. And I'm going to just do what I want to do. Okay? So don't be upset about it, sad girl. Remember, we have people come into our lives to teach us lessons about who we are and what we want to be. So this person probably has done their task. So you've got to sit there and evaluate, what did they teach you? Or, most importantly, what did you teach them? That's a big one. All right, so let's keep moving along. If anyone does want a private reading from me, I have heaps of spots available. Please make a contribution through PayPal. My link is below in the description. Up to 90 minutes Zoom call, one-on-one with me. You can ask me anything about private development, psychic abilities, private reading. I help a lot of people every week. So if you do want a private reading, now's the time to book in. Link is below in the description. Okay, today is Psychic Reading Day, so now we have Peter Ellis. Peter says, hi, Lynda, is there a way to stop the negative spirits energies coming in? Yes. Now, we have to remember, Peter, spirits are intelligent. Energy is not. Energy is the easy one to get rid of because that is that lingering energy, like residual energies, which all the ghost shows say. You can get rid of that by salting, by sending out sage, burning sage, crystal work, I use my dowsing rods, crystal pendulums. There's heaps of different ways. Candles can even get rid of energies. When we have spirits, which could be people gone to heaven, that comes through a spirit form. It could be the D's, which I don't say the word, but it sounds like Matt Damon. Yeah, because I don't say the word. Those ones, we could have angels coming in. We could have our dead grandmothers coming in. We could have other entities that are intelligent as well. So we have to decipher first whether they're good or bad. And then we have to decipher whether we want them or not. So there is some questions that we have to ask to determine who and what it is, okay? My dad, he died in August. He's visited me for 3 weeks after his death. Virtually every single night, I was getting woken up by my dad. I ended up saying, Dad, I love you, but you're waking me up. I need my sleep. He obviously respected that, and I think he was coming to me because he couldn't get my mum or my other sister, who was the favourite. I don't care. But he was coming to me because I was the one answering the call. So I look at it that way. But if he wanted to come back, all I've got to do is just say, come back, Dad. Because 98% of spirits or entities are respectful. Usually it starts with just saying, hey, don't want you here, please nick off. If that doesn't work, you say, hey, I gave you a warning, now I mean it, please nick off. So you get a little bit more conviction, a little bit more energy in your words. I like giving people the 3 warnings. So obviously with entities, you give them the 3rd verbal warning myself too. Hey, this is your last chance, because next time, if I'm still not happy with you being here, this is the result. Now, what could be the result? I've called in guardian angels before. They're real. People in my house have seen angels. We all saw wings. Feathers came flying in. It was such an awesome night. But they're there. So we can always call in archangels to get rid of things that we don't want in our house. We can have psychics come in to say, hey, you know what, I'm really going to have a chat with this person or entity and just really evict them, okay? But ultimately, the one thing that we must consider here, Peter, entities are intelligent. And sometimes if they don't want to move on, they're not going to. I went out to a house at Ipswich, pardon me, young lady, probably 28, 32, somewhere in that bracket. She bought a house. It was an old Queenslander. It was about 80 years old house. She moved in. She hated the carpet, so she ripped it up. That led to some really bad stuff happening in the house. Things getting thrown at her. Things falling off the wall. Water turning on by itself. Lights flickering. Footsteps up and down the hallway, that type of stuff. So then she didn't like the wallpaper, so she changed the wallpaper, which intensified the activity in the house. So she ended up calling me out. I parked outside the house, did my protections, and as I looked at the house, there was an old lady sitting on the front steps, on the porch, because it had one of those bullnose verandas, as old Queenslanders do. So I walk in and I'm coming up the front steps and this old woman stands up and she says, who are you? Get out of my house. Whoa. So I said, oh, I'm so sorry, but you rang me. She said, I didn't ring you. And this woman picks up this pot plant, no joke, and throws a pot plant at me. As the pot plant is going through the air, a woman opens the front door, comes out and says, oh my God, this is what I'm getting all the time. Pot plants getting thrown through the air. And I said, well, it's the old lady. She just threw it at me. And this woman says, what old lady? So as I had a chat with this old lady that was there, she was the owner of the house. She died in the house. It was her house. She didn't like them changing the carpet. she really didn't like them changing the wallpaper. She was never going to leave her house. Her husband built the house. They lived there, had their children, raised a family there for 50 years. There was no way known she was moving out because, unfortunately, she didn't know she was dead. Did I tell her? I was a bit scared of her, tell you the truth, because she was throwing stuff at me. But ultimately, the young woman who bought the house, she didn't live there very long. She moved. She sold it. And I just say good riddance to the new people that bought it, because that woman did not want to leave that house. Even if she did wake up to the fact that she had passed over, because we have to be so careful telling people that they're dead, because it's traumatic. Imagine if I said to you today, oh, by the way, you've been dead for 5 years. You'd go, what? No way. You wouldn't believe it. But then when it hits, it is so traumatic because you don't see your family or your friends or your pets, or you don't have things anymore. And that's what happened to Shelley, who came to my house. I talked to her about her in my ghost book, Ghost Explained. Shelley, I wrote down 9 pages of what she said to me in my house. All those transcripts where she was so confused, did not want to face the fact she died. She just wanted to go to the hospital because she cared about Dave. Same thing with that woman out at Ipswich. She cared about her house. So we've got to look at why this spirit that you got negative, what is it that they're attracted to? What is it that they want? What is it that they are reliving that they can't let go of? Because once we satisfy that need, pardon me, that's usually when they pass over, because they've acquired it. So what do I mean there? The old lady out at Ipswich, I sat her down in the living room. I said, you don't live here anymore. Unfortunately, this is the new owner. It's her right to change the carpet, change the wallpaper, plaster in the hole that she didn't like in the kitchen where you put the stove utensils, that sort of stuff. But ultimately, she did not want to accept it. But over time, maybe she did wake up to it. But we can't push them, because that's when they can go really nasty. And as I said, only about 2% of the really, really nasty ones. So Peter, just keep talking to them, letting them know that you're the one who lives there, your house, your rules. And I openly say, this is how I say it, I speak to anyone in my house. You have no right, no permission, and no consent to attach to my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field. This is my house, my rules. If you don't like what I do in my house, nick off. If you don't like the way I'm doing things, nick off. But you've got no right to be here unless you're respectful. So unless you're respectful, nick off. So that's how I say it. And I salt really bad. And I have my crystals and my sage and my candles. But we have to let them know, okay? And I hope that helps you, Peter. Love your work, okay? Let's keep going. Carly, I hope that's right. Carly, hi Linda, I'm a new viewer. Yay! Do you see me going to court for child support and custody being in my highest good? Oh, okay. I do see you going to court. I do see the child support. Custody being in your higher good. Of course it's in your highest good, because you're protecting the children involved. I just said children. I'm saying more than one child. Insights around it. Okay. My suggestion is always to be honest. Dress appropriately when you go to court. Be calm, respectful of the judge. Okay. I've worked with judges. I've worked in prosecutions with the police. The more respect you give to that judge, and the more that you show patience, the more the judge will like you. They don't like outbursts, especially when it comes to child matters. Okay? So get your evidence collected and trust your lawyer. Okay? It's okay to change lawyers if you're not happy with who you've got. That's something that I do want you to remember. Okay? But I do see children. 2? I think 2. Okay? So just remember here, I do see you going to court. So it's how you act and how you present on the day is what's going to work in your favour. So if it's in your highest good, everything that you do for those kids is in your highest good, obviously. Even if it all goes down the toilet, those kids will know that you were there, okay? Keep all your evidence to show them when they're older. I was there that day. This is what happened, okay? But I'm seeing that's going to go all right for you, okay? Obviously, it's going to be split custody. So enjoy the times. Oh, my God, there are some good times coming with your kids. Theme park days, that sort of thing, okay? So it's going to be okay. Just breathe and just go through this bit of crap at this point, okay? But it'll work out, Khalil, okay? It'll be right. Okay, Robert Harris, Mel sends her thanks for the reading last week. Aww. So I'm just going to say it again. If anyone does want a private reading from me, up to 90 minutes as a Zoom call, link is below if you do want a private reading from me where we can talk to your heart's content for up to an hour and a half. Okay, I don't charge. I just ask for contributions. Okay, Glenn's World says, hi. Okay, Julie Youngren. Oh, I've just lost my spot again. I've just got to scroll back up. Yep, Julie Youngren. Hi, Linda. Nanu. Yay! Colorado. I can imagine what it's going like over there. Yeah, we're getting quite hot here in Australia, so I can imagine Colorado's now starting to get a little bit of snow coming in maybe this week. Next week, snow, Julie. Buckle up, you're getting snow next week. So I'm just going to write it here. Julie Youngren, snow next week. Okay? I'm just writing that down as one of my prophecies. Let's see how this goes, okay? Okay. Love and hugs. I can't think of a question. Just need love and a job. What can I do for you? Oh, Julie. Just by being here today is all you need to do for me. Today, no expectations on my behalf. I'm here for you. So keep positive. We've got to remember the time of year. Not much goes on with work over Christmas. Everyone wants to just go home and relax, get drunk and have a merry, merry time, right? But at the end of the day, I would like you to just keep those goals and hopes in your dreams, manifest what it is where you want to go, and also take some time out. I am a firm believer, sorry, itchy nose, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And this could be the universe saying to you, take some time out. Take a day off. Go for a walk. Because when you get a job, you won't be able to do that. So this is your catch-up time. Catch up on what you want to do. Catch up on any hobbies that you want to do. Any crocheting, knitting, sewing, painting, pottery, anything down there that you wanted to do. Jewelry making or whatever it is. But then it's also time to take care of you and your health as well. Sorry, my eyes are now watering as well. Take time out for you. That's the question. That's the answer, I meant. Okay? All right, 8028. Bitcoin is going to free fall next year, and the markets are going to have a strong correction. Thank you for your information. When the market free falls, there are new opportunities. Yes, there will be, because it's not regulated yet. Now, note that I just said yet, 8028. The governments around the world have to regulate this because they want digital ID. So they want to know who's got their money and where, because then they can get their money from you, money too, with interest charges, etc., fees and other charges that they do. So they want to regulate it. And I think that's what's going to be part of this big meltdown or free fall, as you say it, is what's going to be coming. So just be aware of it, okay? Try and stay up on top of it. Sad Girl said, hi. Julie Grungren says, oh, thought of a question. I sent you my soul portrait on Messenger. Does that reflect my true nature? I've got Messenger. Julie? Didn't get it. Oh, sorry. Yes, I did. Of course it does, darling. And that cross is very important. That's all I'm going to say. The cross is very important for you, Julie. Okay? Does that reflect my true nature? Yes, it does. You're gorgeous. Keep telling yourself you are. Okay? Okay, let's keep going. Bebby, or is it just Beb? Baby? Babe? Hi, could I please get a message from my deceased parents? Thanks. Well, honey child, I would love to do mediumship today, but it's just yes and no questions. I am a psychic medium, and I'm always honest with my mediumship. It's only about 5% of people who actually do come through ever. I'm very much like John Edward, if you've ever watched his Crossing Over shows. I'm very similar to how I do my mediumship to him. He's honest with what he gets. When you watch his show, he'll only do about 5 people out of 100. So that's 5%. Okay? They don't always come through. But it's not for us to send out that fishing line and reel them in. It's up to you to learn how to communicate with them yourself, because you're the one with the connection to them, so they will come to you far more easier than me, a stranger. Okay? I'm very honest with how I talk about this. If you want further information, please email me. My link is below. I'm happy to have an email from you. I'll help you as much as I can. Okay? Hope that helps. Okay. James Cassar, spot on, Linda. Oh, I do everything for everyone. My boss is going on leave soon and I'm stepping in to cover yet again. I think I'll have to arrange a reading to find out more about this. Maybe you should, James. As I say, guys, if you want a private reading from me, only send over a contribution of what you can afford. I don't have a set charge, okay? I have heaps of spots this week if you do want a private reading. Link is below. How to book a reading through Linda. Okay, Julie Youngren. Linda, that's perfect food for the ducks. Do you cut the grapes in half? I actually do them in quarters, not just halves, because they could choke. So I always do quarters. Okay, Hammer Bammers, yay. Last but not least, hello. No, you're not. It's question day today, Hammers Bammers, no tarot. Okay, so if you do want a card, it's no card day today. It's reading day. So if you do have a question, please comment and I will come back yes or no. Okay, True says, wow, you're very accurate again on your reading. Look at all the M-joys. Thank you so much once again. That truly helps me a lot. By the way, I'm still trying to save up some money for a session with you. Oh, you're just gorgeous. Because I don't want to take advantage of your kindness. I know the average reading in Australia is approximately 120 for 30 minutes. I'm a bit slow due to my chronic diseases. Thank you, sending lots of love. I don't charge anywhere near that, True. Okay. I'm sorry, but I do have to ask for a contribution because it takes time and effort setting it up, emails back and forward, time zones is a worry sometimes. So, of course, I've got to ask just for a contribution. Julie says, hi, Hammer Bammers, Linda. I have 4 deer in my backyard right now. They say hi. Wow. On my backyard, I've got a 4-lane highway. You've got 4 deer and I've got 4-lane highway. I'm on a main road, by the way, guys. Right outside this window, there's a window here because you can see here. See this? This is my blind out to the window. Right outside there, it's a 4-lane highway. and it gets busy. I miss trees and grass. No wonder I go over. It's about a 10-minute drive over to where the ducks are, so I'm going to go over there at Christmas. Well, it may even end up there today after I finish here. So true. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Julie, I love you, dears. Okay, let's just keep going. So Sad Girl says, hi, is me and Jay ended? I'm actually hearing yes at this point, Sad Girl. Sorry for that news, but I want you to take it as an opportunity. Look within yourself who you want to be moving forward, and also make a little list of all the qualities that you want in the next person coming along. That's fun when you do that. You know, I've done that many times in the past. You make a list. How tall is he going to be? What's his tummy like? Has he got a big tummy, small tummy, big butt, small butt, long hair, short hair? Even his fingernails. Do you want long fingernails like a guitarist because they use their nails as their pick? Do you want a drummer in a band, or do you want an accountant? Write it all down. Do you want a guy who wears a suit or a construction worker with those big abs like a fireman? Oh, I've got to do the fireman calendar review too this week. Thank you so much for reminding me of that one. I got next year's firefighters calendar. So this is where we dream about who we want in our future. So, girl, okay, it's all going to work out. Give yourself a little hug. How do we give ourselves a little hug? All you got to do is put your hand on your heart and breathe in twice and breathe out slowly. That's exactly the same as giving ourselves a hug. So if we can do that for 15 minutes, once a day, twice a day would be better. But for 15 seconds, just breathe in and then let it all out slowly. That's the same as getting a physical hug from somebody. There you go, you just got something for free. Oh, I love giving away things for free. Okay, James Cassar says, whenever I have encountered a lost spirit or one who doesn't realise they have passed in a place I was living at, we lived in a number of places that were haunted, I've always asked for those in... I've lost my spot again. I've got to screw back up. Okay, here we go. Who knows the spirit to come forward in a familiar appearance to them? Yeah, true. Then eventually let them know that they've passed and come home with them. It has worked every time. Now, I do talk about when my dad died. Now, I do have a photo. I don't mind showing it. My dad was still alive at this point because I did take photos after he passed, which I will never share for privacy. But I did take a photo of my dad. I was sitting with him. I actually had about 5 hours where I was fortunate enough to just sit with my dad. So there's me. You can see my legs. You can see my legs because I'm sitting on the chair. There's my dad. He passed about 6 hours later, by the way. Okay. But that room all filled up with white. I thought someone opened the blinds. So I got up, went over and the blinds were shut, but the whole room was white. And I could have sworn my Auntie Jean was standing behind me. Now, that's Dad's sister who passed 10-ish years ago. So I could have sworn Jean was there. Okay, so she was there to take my dad. So, yeah, Dad passed about 6 hours after that. So, of course, James, you are true. Call in. And I love it when other people add to what I've said as well, because none of us have got it right. None of us know all the information. So when other people come in like James Cassar and says, hey, here's some more information, I love you for it, okay? Obviously ask in, hey, any relatives of this lost soul, come in, help them transcend. Let them know what's going on because they trust you more than they'll trust me, yeah? Okay, so thank you so much for saying that, James. Okay, Marissa Dummel, I had one spirit attached itself to me from a grocery store parking lot. Yeah, fun where they come to us from. I think she was confused. Yep, mentally unwell on drugs, not sure, but she kept giving me dizzy spells and trying to yell at me. Well, you were picking up on her energy, because if she was a drug addicted person, you were feeling that mentality that she would have been going through as well. Okay. Oh, Khalil, I have one child. I'm seeing two. Please keep that on your mind. I don't know if you want more children or your next partner might have a child, but I'm actually seeing you with two. Just keep that on your thoughts, okay? Let me know how that goes in the future years, okay? Yeah, because I'm seeing you with two children. Okay. Now you've got one, doesn't mean you're only going to have one, though, okay? Yeah, thank you for clarifying. Okay. Marissa Dummel, she never got through. A friend saw her, and I kindly asked her to leave with the help of the Archangel Michael and Azrael. Yes, and they helped her on to the next part of her journey. Yay! Julie Youngren says, been a drought here, no snow recently. Wait for it. That's what I heard, Julie. Wait for it. Snow is coming. Oh, now. Oh, look, I just got goosebumps. It's all cold. You're about to get a real cold day. When you get the cold day, and then snow will come after. Oh my God, this is like the temperature just around me just went down like 20 Celsius. I'm serious. It's like I've got goosebumps. So you're going to have cold, and then it's going to snow. Okay, it's going to have like a really cold day. And you're going to go, wow, really cold day. Okay, let's keep moving. It's still cold. Okay, take that off. Take it away. Okay. Peter Ellis says, thanks for the answer. What they want is to separate myself and my wife. Oh, I believe they invoked a jinn or two. Oh, I don't deal with jinns. Okay. I have evicted them, but she keeps coming back. Oh, so it's a she, and she's got the little bit of jealousy going on. Okay. A couple of things I just want to mention, Peter. First off, I've only seen one gin, and I believe it was a real one because it was a real gin bottle. It was like 400 years old. Yeah, it had some bad energy attached to that one. There was no way in hell I was ever going to open that jar. It was a bottle. Okay. Well, not even a real bottle, because it went down like a tooth, and it had a screw top with a chain on it. It was old. It was really, really old. You can tell. Oh my God, never open that one. But with regards to you, if there is a woman there trying to come between you and your wife, this is you having to be the man and telling her, I am not interested. You've got to make her know extremely well that she is not on your favour list. Okay? She may play up and dissipate for a while, but then she'll go find somebody else who's going to try and find her attractive. Okay? So keep telling her, I don't like you. There's nothing appealing about you. You're not attractive. You're interfering with my space. Nick off. Tell her clearly how much you don't like her. Okay? Until she gets the hint and moves on. Okay, Joko Paranormal. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Hi, Linda. My question is, let me just have a drink of water. Sorry to leave you all on the spot, but I do need a drink of water. Okay. Question is, will I be able to get off my blood pressure medication? I've been trying hard to make lifestyle changes. I hate taking any sort of medication. Joko, I would be going to a naturopath. Don't just stop your heart meds, okay, your blood pressure pills. Don't just stop them. But one thing that I do know is that I eat a lot of heart herbs. I eat coriander every day, turmeric every day, ginger and garlic every day. So, pardon me, I would like you to look at heart herbs. Do a Google. Herbs that are good for the heart, okay, for blood pressure, or even specifically ask for blood pressure, okay? Garlic is really good for the lungs, which are oxygenating our blood supply. So I love having garlic every day. I'm not a medical doctor. I just listen to what other doctors say. Then once you start taking those herbs, I would be going to a naturopath, seeing what they say as well, and also finding out how you can get off these heart pills, okay, or blood pressure pills. I'm seeing it's more heart than blood pressure, okay. It's going through the valves. Have you got a blockage in one of your valves? Is that what's doing it? I'm not saying it's like cholesterol, but it's like cholesterol where there's a little blockage there. Wow. Yeah. Have you had a CT scan on your heart to see if there's any blockages there? Because I'm not saying it's like bad for you. Don't take me wrong there. Because everything's getting through, okay? But there may be a blockage there, okay? Easy fix. That's what I just heard. Easy fix, if it is there, okay? Alrighty. So Julie Youngren says, thank you, hugs, okay? Colin MBB, I don't have a question, but if you want to say something. Colin MBB, you are amazing. Okay. What I'm going to tell you is what I said to a lady yesterday. Did a reading for a lady, and she didn't even have questions. She just wanted to talk to me because she saw my near-death experience video. She just wanted some hope, which a lot of people come to me for just hope these days, yeah? So I'm talking to this woman, and it's the same thing I'm going to say to you, Colin. The very fact that you're here today shows me what a great person you are. You've taken the effort. A lot of people these days are not taking the effort. They're too consumed, conditioned, blinded by what's going on. They're too privileged, selfish, or just deserving to even care. But you did. You're here. So please know, I try and help anyone who takes that effort. You're here, so you're on the list. I hope that means something to you, okay? You know, we all have sad, bad days where we say, oh, what's the purpose? What am I going through? How long is this going to last for? But you know what? That shows us that we do have a purpose because we're worried about it. Like I said earlier, when we care about something, it shows that we want it. So this is your opportunity to really look within yourself and say, am I being everything I want to be? You know, I go back to when I was 5 years old. Who did I want to be at 5? Who did I want to be when I was 10? Who did I want to be when I was 15? And who did I even want to be yesterday? And I think, what's stopping me? Because all I have to do is close my eyes and imagine I'm doing it. Like right now, I'm in my safari gear on a Jeep going through the plains of Africa, zebras to the left of me, water buffaloes to the right, and I've got a lion sitting on the bonnet. And I'm there doing my African safari. We don't have to invest money. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to do anything but think about what we want to create. Because the more we think about what we want to create, the more our reality does become reality. Okay? Hope that meant something to you. Okay. Sad Girl says, thank you. Barry says, lol, I'm a retired firefighter. Don't make my eyes water, Barry. Okay. I'm going to do a review of the firefighters calendar. Dave's in it, guys. Okay, Barry, I'm going to leave you alone with my visuals. Okay? Don't go there. Julie Youngren says projected to be colder tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, because I'm feeling it. I just got little goosebumps, Julie. Let me know how it goes. I'll be here 9 a.m. Sunday for my tarot. Let me know if you come on. Okay. Marissa Dummel says, thank you, Dr. Lynda. Yep, Sad Girl says, hi, I was answers. Not sure. Okay, well, that's it. I have caught up on my comments. That's it for me today. If you have just come in, today was reading day, question time. Please know if you do want a private reading from me, please use the link below. I'm actually free for the next week. Probably the universe saying get stuck into my books. Okay. If you do want a private reading from me, please go to the link in the description below where it says book a reading. I don't charge. I only ask for a contribution of what you can afford. Once you've made your PayPal, please email me and say how much you've sent over, where you live, so we can get the time zones in check, because I am in Brisbane, Australia. And then we set a time and date, and I send you a Zoom link. Easy as. Okay. Now, here we go. We have Simran Preet. G'day. How are you today? Good evening or good night? Okay. Hi, Linda. My question is, may I get a reading on my career ahead? I am jobless currently. Okay. Simran Preet. This is interesting. Do you know that you've got 2 paths that you can go into right now? Oh, I just got goosebumps. This is going to work out for you. So it's not so much thinking about that you're jobless. I want you to concentrate on what it is that you really want. Earlier, I spoke to somebody and I said, please wait, because you're not going to like the first course that you do. So take the second course, do another course. This is like you, but with jobs instead of courses at university. There is thank you for letting me know you're in Sydney. I can see 2 distinct possibilities coming, but they're both after Christmas that you'll start. Doesn't mean that you don't apply now and get it, okay, because jobs can take a few weeks to formalise, as we all know, which is a pain. They never just say start today. But in the new year, it's going to be like between Christmas and New Year, something happens in there. There is something between Christmas and New Year. So I'm just going to write that down as well. So it's going to be between Christmas, New Year, something happening, okay? Job happening, okay? So between the 2. I'm just making that down just to see how accurate I get it. So please let me know how that goes. Please keep applying. Okay, will I get to hear from these opportunities? Yes, because you apply for them, okay? Keep putting out your name everywhere, okay? Because there are places before Christmas. Yeah, keep applying now, but it's going to be a delay before you start, obviously. And one thing I do want to say, please enjoy this time coming up to, because this is a very stressful time. Christmas is always a stressful time for everybody. Good girl, boy, I don't know. I don't judge, but thank you for saying that you're applying for jobs, okay? One of them, or actually 2 of them, you're going to get interviews for. I can see that. So it's going to be a choice. I can see a choice there for you, okay? So I'm really happy for that, okay? I'm crossing my fingers. I'm sending you all the love of the universe, putting your name out there in the ether. So these people want to swoop on you. They see the magic that you hold within you and that you can do the job and operate doing the job that you are applying for. It's almost like you're overqualified because you've done it before. Something like that. I have been applying for 10 weeks. Yeah, keep going, darling. It's just a shitty time of year, isn't it? I'm sorry that it's happening to you at this point. I really am. I wish that I could just open up the doorways and say, hey, hire them. They're right here. They need a job. I'd love it if I could do that for you. Okay. I feel sort of a little bit worthless because I can't do it. But please know, I do see something coming for you. Oh. Yeah. What I'm seeing for you, Simran, is that you are a good worker. You're dedicated. And I'm going to go on a limb here and just say you do that extra mile, if that makes sense. People get jealous of that. It's their issue. So with this manager, just remember, you're not there anymore. Thank God. So be grateful that you don't see that person anymore. Okay? If you sit there and you talk to the sky at night, I do it a lot. I go outside. Yeah, there you go. Please don't change who you are. Never change who you are to appease others. Okay? I would like you to go out and talk to the sky at night because I do it all the time. I just look up to the stars if I can see stars because I'm on a 4-lane highway. But I look up to the sky at night and I just put it out there what I want. And I also put out all my gratitude. Thank you for getting me away from that person. Thank you for teaching me I'm not like that person. Thank you for showing me that I am a caring person. So please put me somewhere where my attributes are going to be taken with respect instead of taken advantage of. Okay? You're gorgeous. Okay? All right. So I'm going to get off here. I hope everybody had a good day watching. I'm going to be here every Thursday, Brisbane time, 9 a.m. until Christmas, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you too, Simran. I'm so grateful that you've come through. Hey! I try my best for everybody, okay? That's one thing that I love about myself, okay? So that's why I'm grateful I don't work for anybody else because I was taken advantage of as well, okay? Over the years where I've worked in different jobs. So anyway, that's me for today. Please know I'll be here same bat time, same bat channel. James Cole, I just missed you. Do you have a question, James? I am still here. Have you got a question for me, James? Oh my gosh. Simram, if you come to Sydney, I would love to meet you. Oh, darling, I'd love to go back to Sydney. I was actually born in Sydney, just so you know. Nah, James Cole. Well, honey man, thank you for being here, James. You know, I am about to get off here because I do have things to do today. Hang on, I'm just going to send you a little love heart back. There you go, to send you a little wavy. Okay. Oh, look at all the little enjoys. What's this thing? Oh my God, I'm just going to have a little play here with some of my enjoys now. Look at all these little things. I'm just going to go through all these little crazy. I've never even seen all these. It looks like an owl. Oh my God, whatever these things are. Oh my God, rabbit ears. Okay, so that's me for today, guys. Playing with my enjoys now. Stay safe. Stay in love. And most of all, share your love with others. We're coming up to the crazy time, my peoples. I will be doing a couple of videos this week. I want to do my prophecies for next year. King Charles, Trump, some other people in there as well. Bitcoin, what's happening, digital ID type stuff. So that's going to be an interesting video. I also want to get my fireman's calendar review out. Oh my God, wait till you see what these little hotties look like. And a couple of other videos as well. I will be here doing psychic readings every Thursday at 9 a.m. Sunday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time, I do my tarots. If you comment before I go live, you also get the little love dove cards where every card starts with the word love. Okay, so that's on Sundays. Today was Psychic Day, and if you do want a private reading with me, now is the time to do it because I've got all doors open. Okay, I've got a lot of spots available, so I am able to fit you in as soon as you want. Okay, instructions are below. Light and love. Oh, thank you too, James. Light and love. Hi, Linda. Can I have an insight on whether I will be financially stable within a year? Light and love. You know, I want to break this down because I'm seeing two things here. Stable and financial. You are going to be stable. And I want you to consider what that word means. It means the same. You're going to be at the same. So please don't take this as bad news, but at least you can afford to manage and set that budget so you're aware of what you've got to spend, okay? Do I see a financial increase? Yes, but not until later next year, unfortunately, light and love. Please know, as I've been saying today, coming up to Christmas, we get obligations and expectations. We feel like we have to buy presents for people. We feel obligated to do the big roast dinner, etc. No, we don't. I actually said it before that if you don't want to have people over, it's okay to say so. I'm not feeling the best. I'm not financial. I can't afford to come out. If you want to come over, just drop off some food and see you later because I don't want to see anyone. We can all say those things when we set boundaries, okay? Setting boundaries at Christmas is so important for our own mental health, okay? So just remember that. And also, guys, we don't have to be there for everybody all the time, even when it's not Christmas. You know, I try and do what I do because it's my job to be here for you. I don't get paid for this unless people contribute. So if you're watching today and you do want a private reading, now's the time. Make a PayPal. The link is below in the description. Email me and just say, this is how much I've spent. This is where I live. I'm X amount of time behind or ahead of you because I'm in Brisbane, Australia, so you can easily work it out because I can too. And we set a time and date and I send you a Zoom link. It is really easy, okay? I do have to get off here now. Thank you and I appreciate you too, light and love. I appreciate everybody that I talk to. That's why I'm here. My videos are all free. I don't do super chats. I don't do member-only videos. So if you do want to contribute towards my channel, if you do want to contribute towards my books, I've got 4 of them. The link is below. And if you want a reading from me, please supply. Just email me and let me know where you are if you make a contribution. Okay? So that's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I will be here, same bat time, same bat channel next week. And I'll also be here Sunday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time, which is Saturday night if you're in America, because that's when I do my tarot days. James, you're a little honey bunny. I love you, darling. You have a great evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Okay, Marissa says, I will see you all Sunday, Saturday for me. Yay, I'll be here too. So on that note, guys, I love you all. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Have a blessed day. Love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.